What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and this is Super Mama Amy. I am glad you spared time. I appreciate if you're new and you're thinking about whether or not to subscribe, just subscribe. There's a lot for all of us here we can learn, all right? Thank you. So, this special episode, like you now know, all episodes on this channel are special, right? Each one of them has some uniqueness. Yes, so this special episode, I will share with us how a working class woman could manage without a nanny because yeah, it looks like guys loved why I how I manage without a nanny. And so, how can a working class woman manage without one? Is it possible? Is it possible for a working class woman to manage without a nanny? Yeah. Huh? Share with me what you think. Share with me what you think in the comment section. But I've put together some opinions of mine, and I think it will help you put it to perspective. Although, when I look at it, dear working class woman, when I look at it, I'll be honest with you. If I'm to give my 2 cents advice, if you have little kids, very small kids, um, and you do not have anywhere to take them to, it might be impossible to live without a nanny. Why are we even thinking about living without nannies? For so many reasons, yeah? You could have so many reasons as to why you are considering not to have one. But there are very good nannies out here, just in case you are considering to have one and you have watched my video on why I don't have a nanny and probably you share some of those reasons. Um, um, you could consider a day bag. And I've given a video on how to work with a day bag. But just in case those reasons are not working for you, then probably you might just want to consider to have a live-in. And again, with a live-in, it's important that you just orient them properly. Orient them on day one when they come. Orient them, tell them your expectations, tell them the things which you desire that they happen. Okay? Yes, so it might almost be impossible if you have small kids and who cannot take care of a few things by themselves. But again, if you have small kids and you have somewhere where you can take them during the day, and as you watch this video, I'm going to give options of not to say that the work which these ladies do is not important. They do a very important job. They help a big deal. But maybe your reasons for not having a nanny could be as similar as mine. You might want to consider some of these places which I will mention in this channel. Okay? All right. But for a working class mom whose kids are maybe age 4, 5, they can they can stay, they can go to school and they know their way back home, something like that. And you can dress them up yourself. You must prepare to work most of this time. You must definitely, if you're choosing not to have help, that means you have given yourself to working. And I had to change, sorry, guys. I had to change my top because it was reflecting light. I hope this does better, though I think the light has become too much. We will improve. Like I always say, have some faith, have some hope in me. I will improve with time, I assure you, because there's so much to learn, and it's also important that you get it in the best way possible, okay? So I was saying, it might almost not be possible, but if you're in case you're just considering not to have one, and probably please watch my video on why I don't have a nanny, and probably you share some of those opinions as well. These are some ideas. These are some ideas of what you could do to ensure that that journey is not hectic, because you do not want to hurt yourself as well. There is no trophy for injuring yourself. for injuring your body, for hurting yourself. If you can afford help, please go for it. But just in case you may not really afford or you're finding it quite tough, here are some sentiments of what you could do to just try and manage that journey. Number one, like I've said before in this introduction, you have to commit yourself to working. You have to tell yourself it's gonna be tough because it's not easy to balance 8 to 5. For example, you have to be at work early. You have to, if you have kids, you have to take care of them as well because you are their mother. If you're married, probably there is a home and husband to maintain. You don't want him to be bored. Yeah. Yes, I am hoping maybe later one day I'll talk. I'll be teaching some people. I do it, but maybe I'll be teaching some people about marriage. Eh, you don't want your husband to be bored, or your boyfriend, or your partner to be bored. So you have to accept, tell your mind it's going to be tough the way our mothers used to do. Our mothers would handle so many things, and it was tough. It was definitely tough, I can imagine. Yes, so this means you will have to probably so this means number one, you'll have to probably be on a routine. Have a routine. I am not working class fully, but I have a routine. This is the time I wake up. This is what I do between that time and the time that everybody wakes up. Let me just share with you my routine in a brief moment. I wake up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. 5 to 6:30, I'm preparing breakfast and doing some cleaning just in case something was left last night because I also ensure that at least by the time I've slept, the kitchen, the very least, is clean. So 5 a.m. to 6:30, it's preparing breakfast and stuff like that. Because 6:30 people start waking up, and depending on the noise you make, the children will wake up. Yes, those who wake up with lots of noises. Badala ya mtu kuamka tu silently. Anaamuka na announcement. So children could wake up. Yeah, sometimes it can overflow to 7, and then 7 they are waking up, running around. Of course, there's someone who is leaving for work. So they have to, he's taking breakfast. That is his breakfast. He could choose to help out with baby depending on his schedule. But well, at 7 this time, there's this Kasan that has just come, and I'm sunbathing my dear girl. Yes, yes, dear mamas, it's important to sunbathe your child. I hope one day I'll show you that video of me sunbathing where I'll be doing just a description, some encouragement, and some points on why that is important. So I sunbathe my daughter from 7 to 8. At around 8, 7:45, she's tired, she wants to sleep. I bathe her. Yes, I bathe her that morning, of course, with warm water. And thank God, where we are, the temperatures are not very cold. So it's usually warm by that time. She bathes, she's massaged, and then she sleeps. At 8:15, imagine, to the detail like that. At 8:15, I am taking care of the older boy now. He has to eat his cereals and things like that. At 9, we start playing and writing some things to just juggle the mind. At 10:30, he showers. He is massaged because he's still a baby, and I believe in massage. I wish someone could massage me. Oh. One of these days, I will go and have myself a treat. Yes, Mama, if you can have yourself a treat because you need a good treat. Treating yourself is good for morale, and morale is good if you're to manage this journey. So, where are we at? Basically, that's my routine. One day I'll show you my morning routine, packed like this. At 10:30, 11ish, well, shower. The big boy is taking his bath. He's just about to come to sleep. At 11:30, he sleeps. That is how it has been for him since when he was 1 month old. He always sleeps at 11:30. He sleeps, and this gives me the time. They both at this time, of course, when he sleeps, the one who slept at 8:30 wakes up. Yes, 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 but maybe she has sometimes she wakes up in between as we are doing some painting and writing with a big boy. But at 11:30, I don't know how it works. When this one goes to sleep, the younger one wakes up. But this one has the work is not much because she's still little. You play around, you jump here and there, you sing, you feed, of course. You this is special time to bond. At around 12 to 1, she sleeps. The eldest one, the elder one, the boy, the older one wakes up. Imagine the older one wakes up. But this is a routine for me because I'm staying at home. We have lunch, drink water. The routine has water because I might forget to give him water. And the baby needs to stay hydrated. So maybe if you're watching and you're a stay-at-home mom, you could copy if this routine would work for you. So there's no sleeping, just sleeping there and feeling good. Feeling good, tutasikia mbinguni. Tutasikia mbinguni, like they say. Well, where are we at? We are at 1:30. We are having lunch and having water. And then at 2, depending on how the temperature's out, we could go out or maybe stay indoors. We start playing with toys. Have we switched on the TV? Have we? Whether this routine could also work for a nanny. If you're at home and you're taking care of somebody's child, that 0 to 2 years of age is very critical for the baby's mind, for the baby's body, for the baby's nutrition. If you have been given that privilege, you could choose to copy some of these things. If you do this, I doubt there's a mother who will come back home and is upset that their child has a routine which they are put in and they follow strictly. Hey, I doubt. And like I always say, if mama is happy, she's most likely to perform better at work. If she performs better at work, she's most likely to keep her job longer at work. If she keeps her job longer, you will keep yours, right? Sorry about that. Chances are you'll keep yours longer. So you can copy into this schedule. So we go out depending on the sun. If it's too hot, we play indoors. Now this is toy time. Up to up to 4, we have, of course, during toy time, every hour we have water, we have water, we have water. There's an alarm to remind Super Mama. Water time, water. It's time for water, water. You can make it into fun, by the way. At 4, the elder one now takes a snack at 4, and of course, if children are around, people come around, or it's time to read the story, or maybe now we can switch on the TV. Do you think the younger one was still sleeping from 1? No, 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 no. She woke up definitely. So this one, we just fix her somewhere at some point. She feeds every 2 hours. Of course, she feeds every 2 hours. And that's a routine for a stay-at-home mom and maybe a nanny. Now after 4, everything happens because I'm thinking about supper or dinner this time. But you could choose a schedule that works for you. One thing about routines is that when it starts, it will be difficult. You'll find it difficult to adapt and fit into the routine. You will forget some things. One time you'll say, it's demanding. But every human being can adopt, can copy, can pick up a new habit. Imagine you just need to do it at least 8 times. Like some people say it goes up to 21 days, depending on the habit which you're doing. But from 8 to 21 days, enough period for you to pick up a new habit. Today, if it's 2 p.m. and my young girl has not fed, I wake her up because my body just feels something is missing. Something is missing. Was it like that when it was starting? No. So, 1, you could have a routine. Okay? Number 2, if you're going to manage, you will have to tell yourself clean as you go. There is no stashing up of utensils. There is nothing like wacha tupike tukule, then we will come and clean up. You have to clean up as you go. As you cook ugali, did my boy wake up? No, 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 no. I hope he doesn't wake up. As you cook ugali, you clean up the pieces of the flour that has fallen around the cooker and stuff like that, or your charcoal, or sorry, your jiko. You clean up because even jikos need to be cleaned up. You don't want a messy looking jiko, do you? Or paraffin, if you use paraffin to cook the stove, probably you clean up as you go. After you cook, you have water. Maybe I'll share with you some of the methods in through which we serve in this house, because a super mama is a lifetime saver. Okay, you cannot waste things around. Waste for where? What's wrong with this camera, by the way? Sorry, forgive challenges. I don't know what's happening. Is it too hot to shoot? So I was saying, you finish cooking with the cooking stick, you clean it up then and stash where it needs to be put. You finish cutting with the knife and what is it? What is this called? Chopping board. And maybe you used some plates here and there. You wash them as you go. It's a habit which I was taught by my husband. I didn't know I was not doing this before, but after time of staying together and practice, it has gotten into me. Even a spoon, you clean as you go. You could choose such a behavior as a working class mama. When you come back home in the evening, you're obviously tired, right? You're obviously tired, and going to the kitchen might not work for you. But I've said, should you go to the kitchen, please clean as you go. Don't wait for them to stash up utensils with stash up. You say you'll clean in the morning before you go to work. This is the day that sleep decides to come. You leave them there. Definitely, you will have to consult on how that those utensils will be cleaned up. So, number two, clean as you go. All right. A mess happens. You're trying to have. There's a video on teaching your baby how to feed. Please watch that video, teaching baby how to self-feed. And I've said in that video, prepare for mess. So baby has messed around everything. You postpone. You postpone. No postponing. You clean it as you go. All right? Clean it as you go. Another option, another point, if that is going to work. Now baby boy has woken up. I hope I finish this. Number 4 or 3, batch cook. Batch cooking. Batch cook. Plan to batch cook if you have a fridge. The boy is coming. He woke up. I'm sorry, guys. He woke up. So we're gonna have to shoot the rest of this with him. He's shy, a little shy. So I'm covering his face. Don't say he's suffocating. He's well. He's not suffocating. Are you? You see the space here, so don't. There's space. He's breathing. But I was saying, batch cooking is where you cook all the foods maybe you might need for a week. You can now. This means you have to have a timetable. Probably you need to have a timetable for meals, and a super mama needs to know what their family, their people are eating in every week, so that you ensure you have a balanced diet. Okay. So this probably means you might consider having a timetable so you know what people eat when, so you know what to buy, all right? So you know what to prepare. This will help you, especially if you come back from home, from work, you're tired. Instead of starting everything from scratch, you just know it's a starch we need to fix here. And what starch? Are we together? Why do I say are we together like we are in class? Why do I say are we together? Who challenges of being a mother? Mama Chronicles. Okay. So yeah, batch cooking, by the way, I'll do a video on secrets of batch cooking. Watch out. That one, I hope I do it when I have gotten my editing tool. So it will be real. But batch cooking, just start. Even if you are not looking not to have a nanny, you have a nanny, try batch cooking. You will save money. Lots of money. Lots of money. Imagine the same fuel you use to cook half a kg of beans, if say for is probably the same you would use if you're using, say, a pressure cooker to cook 2 kgs of beans. Yes, yes. So if you were to cook 2 kg of beans once, you would use the same, say, same gas amount, liquid gas amount. Cook if you're using gas and a pressure cooker. 2 kg, you'd use, say, 40 minutes to cook. The same gas that will run for 40 minutes is the same gas that will run for 40 minutes if you are to cook half a kg of beans. Does that make sense? So if you are to cook half a kg of beans for severally so that it gets to 2 kg, half a kg, that means you'll cook 4 times, half times 4 to get to 2 kg. So that means your gas will run for 40 minutes times 4 for you to cook 2 kg. When you would have cooked 2 kg once with 40 minutes, same fuel, that's mathematics we will do some other time. Mathematics, so that we don't mathematicize this lesson, this episode. Lesson word. I should have I should have been a teacher. Tell me in the comment section if you think I would make a good teacher. Why do I keep asking? Are we together? Yes, so you could try batch cooking. It will save you even in the evening when you come back home and you're tired. Try batch cooking if you have a freezer. Don't worry about the size of the freezer. If you have a small one, you batch cook for 1 week. It will still work. Batch cooking is batch cooking. Is batch cooking anyway. It will save you money, it will save you time, it will save you energy. I'll be talking about that in a separate video. Secrets of batch cooking. Watch out. And you can only know that it's out when you subscribe. So subscribe to this channel so you'll be amongst the first people to know that video is out, so you don't miss out and forget to watch it. I've said batch cooking. Number three, you could have a plan B for clothes washing. Mm. Yes, definitely you need clothes washed and you don't want stress probably. So if you cannot wash them, you have a plan. Have a plan B. Plan B could be a clean lady. You can hire Mama Fua, who will be coming once a week to wash when you are around probably, instead of a nanny maybe. And plan B could also be a washing machine. Like I usually say, hizi vitu ni zetu kutumia. Tutaenda mbinguni. Sorry. Will we go to heaven before we use washing machines? If you can afford, and some of them cost up to, how much is 15,000 shillings in dollars? Say around $150. Imagine, you could get a washing machine which will still perform the same function. It is not metallic, it is not maybe big company name, but it will still wash clothes. What matters? Have the clothes been washed or the company that you bought? Yeah. Next time you go to a supermarket, don't just buy bread and butter and leave. Pass through the machinery side. Machinery. Machinery. Electronics. Oh God. Yes, your machinery. Your electronic is your machinery. I was saying pass through the electronic side and just see what they have. You might land on an offer. Ha! You might land on an offer, my people. Pass through there and see. You could get surprised by the prices. You could just find that that day the supermarket was disposing these electronics. Not that they are bad. Probably they have just stayed there for long and something happens. They want to bring in a new stock, maybe. And you get a good offer. So don't just be buying bread, butter, and you hop out. Spend some time, window shop, know the prices. You might just be surprised that probably you afford. So if you can afford, these things are for to use, for our use. It's not in Africa, it's not natural for us to be talking about these things, but there are hours. I'm telling you, there are hours to use. Mbinguni hakuna washing machine. So if you can afford it, buy it here and use it here. A clean lady is an option. Have a plan for washing clothes just in case, okay? And by the way, my Mama Fua is really good. If you stay around KISUMU and you need a Mama Fua, let me just give a shout out to her and encourage you. You could reach out to me through the inboxes on Insta stories or in this description. I'll just put her number. I told her I was going to shoot this. I have a clean lady who does very good job. I was given by Lebrook. Lebrook Clean Ladies. Did you know? Lebrook Clean Ladies, they give very helpful Mama Fuas. They gave me personalized. You could keep her for as long as you want. You just pay a fee of, is it 100 or 50? That's like $1. Their prices are very affordable. Anything between $8.5 to $13, depending on the house, to $15, depending on the number of rooms and the size of the house. So you could I'll just put their number in the description. So you go if you are interested. Lebrook. They're called Lebrook. Yes, yes, yes. So I was saying have an option for your clothes. And I gave an option, I gave a shout out to my clean lady. Another thing is that if you have kids, although they might be old enough to follow a few instructions here and there, you don't want to leave them unattended to, because kids are kids. They could do A, B, C, D. So you could have an option again for the kids. Hey, if you choose to do do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, if you know what I'm talking about. Hey, prepare for baby mama issues, or is it mama baby issues? I will be sharing that in a short while. So subscribe to watch these videos when they come up. Oh, 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 oh. So back to the point, because I have a feeling my girl will wake up anytime. Um, have a plan B for your kids. Have a plan for your kids. Now you'll be asking, now how is this helping? Remember my introduction, I said it might not be entirely possible to not stay without a nanny, but just in case you're thinking your kids are grown, they're past 3 years of age, and or they're going to play group, you could talk with your play group teacher, for example, if they can have keep your child for you. Forgive any challenges of production. If you hear this again and I've already mentioned it, just skip like five minutes here. You will find content which is good. Another plan which you must have as a super mama is have a plan for your kids. If you feel that your kids are still little, have a plan B for them. Relatives in town could be a plan. Neighbors could be a plan. Good neighbors where you could, even if you cannot afford probably, and a neighbor has a nanny and you have some little money, you could talk to them and ask, can they stay with my baby? I'll be adding 100 shillings, $1. I'll be adding some 50 shillings, yeah, $0.5, something like that. Yes, doable. These things are doable. Just talk to people, they will tell you. A daycare is a plan for your kids. My baby's here, so he wants to be babied. Let me give him water. My baby has woken up with a very foul mood, so I'll have to cut this video short. I am sorry. But I hope you've learned a few things. Have a plan. A neighbor is a good plan. Relatives in town could be a good plan. You talk, by the way, relatives. If your sister-in-law is staying somewhere there, your brother-in-law is staying somewhere there, you could organize yourselves and have kids taken care of. It's not bad. Don't be in the same town and someone is struggling with nanny issues. They are late for work because her girl decided to hop out of the house at 5 a.m. Please talk to one another. Which kind of societies are these? Talk to one another and help each other. Forgive my tone. Forgive me. Forgive me. Nonetheless, you get the point. Have a plan. You could pick up now. Now that schools have closed and people are on holiday. This is Africa, and Africa is our business. We stay with relatives. You can invite someone to come to Nairobi for 1 month. They know Nairobi, but they also just help you around. Not like you're misusing them, okay? Not like you're misusing them. Of course, if their parents agree to such an arrangement, if their parents agree and if this is an option, probably you would welcome, okay? Again, don't stress, don't stress. I hope, please subscribe so you watch more of this content. I have to attend to my kids. But maybe the very last points I had are, buy things in bulk because you might forget, since there's so much on your plate as a working mama and one who doesn't have a nanny. Buy things in bulk whenever you get a chance. You might forget. Buy onions in bulk. Buy veggies in bulk and batch. At batch cook, we go back to batch cook and store. Buy match boxes in bulk. Learn to buy things in bulk. By the way, you learn, you save a lot of money, effort, time, and energy. If you can't have a few people who deliver things to you at the door, if you can't afford that, buy things in bulk. I hope this helps you. Please consider Please consider subscribing. There's this and more in the comments in this channel. Subscribe, like, share this content. If you're already doing it, please share with us in the comment section. How is it? Are you managing? If you are managing as a working class mama with kids to raise and no nanny, please share with us some of the tips that are working for you as well. That's it. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye.